Okay, BBC Pidgin audience, we did live from the Federal High Court, Abuja, where the trial of Kanu, the leader of the proscribed group IPOB, will continue today. As soon as they see, say car they enter inside today. The Federal High Court security no dey too tight for the Federal High Court today, sake of say the trial judge Bintam Nyaku be don warn DSS, don't give order to DSS say make them no put plenty security for the Federal Secretariat until Kanu trial around 1 p.m. local time. So as soon as they see like this, road no tight, they no barricade the road, they no block the road, security no block anywhere, people they move freely, the court premises they open to both lawyers and people where get case for court. So now the situation where they for ground be that now no tight security around the Federal Secretariat, cars, taxis, people they move around anyhow for the Federal Secretariat. So before, ever since this case don't start, before you enter the Secretariat, you go see say security go day tight. And though we know say police vans they everywhere, DSS vans then they everywhere, but they no put any strong security measure on ground like it be before to protect or prevent people from to enter the place. So as you can see, as now they see, people just they come in, no kata for here, security did their own, about 5 security van don't they ground here already, but they know they disturb anybody, they know they do any search and check, nothing they happen. So people they move freely, Nigerians they move freely across the Federal Secretariat, across the Federal High Court axis, the Federal Ministry of Justice, all of them people they move freely. So security no they tight today. But waiting we know say what happen today be say Kanu go come court today, and that's sake of say then goes hear the matter on top whether the court get jurisdiction to hear in matter. Also today then go hear 2 pending application. One na be say Kanu lawyer where be Mike Ozekome don't tell court say, don't cry give court say the new charges, the 15-count charges where government brings Sama on top of Kanu head, say they won't make court throw in, make court the manyama and throw in, say all that 15-count charge no get head at all, say make court throw away the case. But the prosecution lawyer will be government lawyer, they say no, say that one no fit happen, say them they won't make trial begin sharp immediately, sake of say they don't even arrange witnesses, don't put everything together where court go start the case. But after the trial judge listen to 2 of the both parties, he can't say okay, the first thing first, the most important thing be say make them know whether the charges where government Sama on top of the Kanu head, whether the charges they valid, they ogbonge or not. So now waiting them go here today be that, and a sake of that one where the trial judge can say make them adjourn the case till today, so then go chook mouth, look at all the charges, the 15-count charges where government amend, where is Sama Kanu for head, make them check all the charges, look and where to make sure say true these charges they valid, then before the trial go begin. And if the charges not they valid, it they also there for the trial judge hand to decide how to go with the case. So basically now waiting go happen for court today, and then also the prosecution them they don't say they don't ready, they can't pay, they even bring evidences, they don't bring their witnesses come court, and their own be say them go they push say make trial happen today. But also we know say that one go depend for the trial judge hand to decide whether what time, what date, what period where the trial go really begin. But today we know say then go look at the 2 pending application to decide whether the court get jurisdiction or the 15-count charge they valid to start the trial. And if you know they valid, then the court go decide waiting be the next move where go happen for here. So now waiting go happen for inside court today, but we will tell una say from waiting with they see outside, security no day before you come here it would be difficult to even come here, but today nothing like that day for ground. So but we go take una, we go look at waiting be these charges, waiting be these 15 count charges where government don't summer for Nnamdi Kanu head, and waiting in own judges and the prosecution lawyer waiting all of them they talk, and waiting will happen inside court today. So waiting we will know be say inside the court today, we no go get plenty journalists inside like we don't do for the last two sittings where don't happen. The trial judge also don't chook mouth say want to see plenty people inside the court to say. So we go know say when the court case start by around 1 p.m. local time, that is in 1 o'clock local time for Nigeria, now the case go start today, and the trial judge na Bintam Nyako and I go chook mouth for the case. Now she go sit down on top the case to hear the matter. We also know say from 1 o'clock security go come tight where for here, and if you no get business today here, you no go there. Why the judge say make them shift the case come 1 p.m. sake of say he said anytime when na the Kanu case they court, no other case they happen for that day. All the judges then go push their case come out from the court sake of say they no one come face the security kata where they happen for street and all of that. So because of that one, I then shift and come. So by that time, other cases go down close for court, and so that they will give them now the Kanu case the priority, the time, so that security go fee do waiting then they do. So sake of that one, they shift and come 1 o'clock. So from 1 o'clock, all these places go tight, then go block all the road like then they do, then go make sure say if you no get business for inside court, you no go fee enter the court. Another thing where go happen be say now we don't hear say we don't know say some relative of Nnamdi Kanu don't compete, some people supporters they full ground here sake of say security no tight, but many of them no go fit enter the court because the court no fit take plenty people. The trial judge also don't complain on top this one, so we will see say that one safe no go tutu day, people no go tutu full inside court. But as we talk, make we also read out what be this 15 count charge where government don't summer on top Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu for the last sitting don't plead not guilty, say no they guilty for all the charges where they against them. But make we read out what be these charges and waiting and how both the prosecution and the defense lawyer, how then they interpret these charges. So the federal government say Nnamdi Kanu allegedly using radio broadcasts from London where he boasts to separate southeast, south, and some part of Kogi and Benue state from Nigeria to form Biafra land. They say then the whole and this time say Kanu allegedly using radio broadcasts, they abuse Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari and they call the president some bad name. They also say they allegedly say in import radio transmitter where be tram 50L where he hide inside container go keep for Ihiala, Anambra State. They also say he allegedly declare himself as member of indigenous people of Biafra IPOB group where Nigerian government don't ban. So when they read in plea in case to Ram for courts where they say plea taking, he been plead not guilty to all the charges. So now in the prosecution lawyer where be Oga Labaran come they say now you they say you no be IPOP leader again. So if you no be IPOP leader, that means you they deny IPOP. So that one self make people you can't make the court, people can't they react somehow on top of the matter, because he say if you deny all the charges, that means you they say you don't even deny IPOP, say you no belong to IPOP. Although Nnamdi Kanu lawyer been come out give their own explanation, say no be waiting in me be that, but all the 15 count charge in denial where make the prosecution lawyer come they say say if he deny all these charges, that means he say he no be IPOP member, and then how he come become the leader of IPOP. He say Kanu allegedly commit terrorism when he incite members of the public to kill police officer. They also allege say he commit terrorism when he both say things go happen and say people go die for Niger. They also allegedly say he using radio broadcast from London to commit act of terrorism when he declare sit at home and threaten death on people when no obey the order. They also say he allegedly commit terrorism when he using radio to incite people to stage violent revolution against the federal government. So now all these charges now the federal government sama on top Nnamdi Kanu head. Nnamdi Kanu don't say he no dey guilty for all the charges. And then in lawyer come come out, come chook mouth say now where the way they carry bring Nnamdi Kanu come Naija, come answer in come they can't enter this trial. Then say he no dey well at all. Say he dey against the international standard of how to repatriate person come their own country to come answer any query or trial on top any issue. But the prosecution lawyer say that the Nigerian government follow the due process and that he go face the trial. Say in Jakpa na he make then do waiting then do. So all these things then go chook mat on top and for court today to see whether the way the carry and push and come Niger come face this trial, whether he dey right, whether he dey against any international jurisdiction or whether not. These things then go decide and for court today. Another thing where then go decide for court today now in bail application. So in lawyer don't write Mike Ozekome where be SAN for Nigeria. Also where the defender say they don't put application say make them grant and bail. Sake of say why in Japan na sake of say they have some the security officials attacking house for Uma here, and because in they afraid, in they fear for in life, that's why in wrong come out. So this one said them go chook mat on top and then go look at in bail application. You know they clear whether the court go they disposed to bail application sake of say they don't give them bail before and they feel say no respect the bail in Jakpa. So all those ones also in lawyer go they bring them up for the court to chook mat on top am to see whether they feel grant and bail or not. But the prosecution lawyer, prosecutor where be Oga Labaran, him they say they no fit give am bail sake of say in no respect bail court bail before, and that since he no respect and they no sure say if they give am bail in go respect am or in go honor am. So sake of that one, all these arguments then go they argue am for court today. To see whether one to check whether then go throw away the 15 count charge, say you no get any you know get head, you know get tail, and secondly to see whether then go give am bail today. So now waiting then go consider for inside court today be this, and then we go there inside court, we go bring on all the details as it happen for court, waiting all the lawyers they talk and their argument. We they bring in on top our news story for Facebook, for our website, for our Instagram page. So we go match break here, and when the case start for 1 p.m, we go bring in our story as it happen.